So digitalization, deglobalization, I think you had also mentioned,
Yeah.
since this is the Alpha Without Borders panel, I think it's worth talking about what's happening there as countries onshore supply chains, and we are seeing industrial policies like the CHIPS Act, and how as a global investor to think about that.
I think industrial policies are going to become really important. China's got industrial policy structures of how they do it, and the US is responding by trying to build a network of industrial policies to compete. The Defence Act is industrial policy, which creates a whole lot of economic incentives. IRA Act's another one. The tech stuff is another one.
CHIP
Act is another one.
Yeah.
So, and I think everyone's going to go down that path whereby security is first, and then you have this ecosystem which you can control around it, which feeds in. So I saw the largest manufacturer of solar panels in China, and they've bought a business in the US as a hedge against the US putting tariffs on them. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. It's more profitable to manufacture them in China than to do it in the US, but they're not going to have all their eggs in that basket. And I think, and that's a Chinese corporate looking outward, the same way a US corporate would think as a supplier, we can't rely solely on a China-led supply chain. They'll diversify that as well. So nearshoring, friendshoring, onshoring, I think it's here to stay.
What about you? Is that one of your areas?
Yeah, actually, I'll take the other side of that with a slightly different twist, because it's one of those, to me, I think globalization, the markets are global. Capital flows is kind of the horses out of the barn already. I think it's really difficult to do that. I think one of the things we can thank Donald Trump for was when he went out and reneged on all the bilateral trade agreements he had, or the treaties, everything became bilateral. Southeast Asia is here to stay because they're finding a way around just direct China-US. And I think it's like water. Water will find a way, as will capital and as will trade. So, yes, for sure. And I think, again, the arbitrage you can play in certain markets and certain things among that theme, as we talked about, is a great opportunity for people to get smart on this deglobalization trade. But I'm a long-term believer that we're going to be global again before people think we are.
Well, that would be in UBS's advantage as well.
Well, either way, right? You're moving capital around the globe, or you bring clients into markets that they can't otherwise get to. I'm indifferent, actually.
But you're playing the urbanization theme.
Yep.
Talk to us about that and where that's
this isn't the demographic, right? I mean, we have 771 million people over the age of 65. It's 19% of the world's population. I think in the next couple of years, it's amazing how many elder people there are. So they want to live in assisted living. They want to live in multi-family units. They want to live in urban centers where hospitals are. Life sciences, research, R&D on drugs and development is a huge growth industry as part of that. So again, if you just look at the demographics around the globe, again, really important in China, really important in India. Then you play themes like life sciences, which is a real estate play, or you look at healthcare and you think about elder care, senior living, et cetera. Again, tremendous opportunities.
Globally, you see this everywhere.
Some are better than others. We're the largest multifamily landowner in Australia because there's a huge drive to the cities there, and so there's the need for apartment living. Senior living in the US and the UK. UK's population, I think it's going to be 26% within 5 years are going to be over 65 years old. These are massive trends that you can play. But again, it'll be different by region or country.